What's up everyone? Today I'm partnering with Malibu to show you 3 different ways to make a pina colada. First we're going classic, and then we're making a frozen version which is actually an ice cream, and then a crystal clear take on the pina colada which is clarified. And all 3 of these recipes are tailored for Malibu Original, so let's get straight into it and see which one is your new favorite. Let's start off with the easy recipe to begin with, more of a traditional style pina colada. So we're measuring out 60 ml, 2 ounces of Malibu Original, 60 ml, 2 ounces of fresh pineapple juice, and next ingredient is cream of coconut. Don't get this confused with coconut cream. They're 2 slightly different things. Cream of coconut is simply sweetened coconut cream. So to make it yourself, equal parts of coconut cream and sugar, which then becomes cream of coconut. Sweetened coconut cream, and you can add a little pinch of salt into this as well. So 30 ml, 1 ounce. And you've got a few sweet components from the Malibu, the pineapple juice, and the cream of coconut. So now you want to balance that out, add a little bit of acid and make it really nice and bright. So I have half an ounce, 15 ml of fresh lime juice. And then strain it into a hurricane glass. Garnish it with a nice juicy piece of pineapple and 4 pineapple fronds. There you have a Malibu pina colada. Cheers. Okay, this second version of the pina colada is a frozen version. It's a pina colada ice cream. I've only done this once before. I tested it out and it works really, really well. So excited to share with you guys, and I've made it a lazy way. So I'm making an ice cream with a custard, but I'm not going to go through the process of using egg yolks and sugar and making a custard that way, which is a little bit harder to do. This way I'm using a custard powder. So a little bit of a cheat method. So starting off with, read the instructions of your particular custard powder that you use, but this one here I need to use 2 tablespoons. I'm adding that straight into the pot. Fairly large tablespoons, to be honest. This brand calls for 2 tablespoons of custard powder to 500 ml of milk, of whole milk. So instead of using whole milk, I'm going to use 400 milliliters, 1 can of coconut milk, and then the remaining 100 ml in whole milk. Then 75 ml, 2.5 ounces of pineapple gum syrup. You can make your own pineapple syrup at home by combining pineapple juice with sugar, equal parts, just juice of fresh pineapple. Now the last 2 components, I'm going to add some lime juice to add some acidity. Now I want to add that after it cools down, and then likewise for the Malibu Original. Because it's got alcohol, I don't want to heat the alcohol and then have the essentially cook off the alcohol. I want to keep that in there. So wait till it cools down once we mix it all through. There's quite a few solids in here from the coconut milk. So I just got to heat it to melt it and then stir it through. Once it almost reaches the boil, then you just have to stir and simmer it for 2 minutes. So it's been simmering away for a couple of minutes now. It's really starting to thicken up. I'll take it off the heat, put it in an ice bath to cool it as quick as I can, and once it cools down, it'll thicken up even further. And then we'll add the Malibu Original and the fresh lime juice. Okay, so I've got my pineapple custard, pineapple and coconut custard, but the coconut flavor from the coconut milk is relatively light. So I'm going to amplify that by adding in the Malibu Original. Fresh lime juice, I want 30 ml. This is quite a big lime, so I'm putting half a lime in there. It's probably not quite 30 ml. Then 120 ml, 4 ounces of Malibu. So now that thinned it out a little bit, we're going to place it in the freezer. So let's have a little taste test. That is delicious. That's so good. Yum. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, so I'm transferring this into the freezer. Now I've got a piece of equipment that I'm about to use that probably a lot of people will not have, but I have an alternative for you. But after you see this, you probably want to get this piece of equipment because it's very, very cool. It's not very expensive either. So I filled to the line in my container and I'll put it in the freezer. Alternatively, if you don't have this piece of equipment, then keep this in the fridge, get it really nice and cold, and either shake it with pebble ice or blend it with pebble ice if you want a frozen version. And it's gonna get in the ballpark. It's not gonna be as creamy and textural as ice cream is, but it's gonna taste pretty damn good. Oh my God. Almost lost a lot. Heart skipped a beat, almost lost a lot on the floor. I'm gonna put this in the freezer. Okay, so this is one that I made yesterday. So it's been sitting in the freezer for 24 hours. So it is solid as a rock. But I've taken it out of the freezer about 5 minutes ago just to let it defrost, or at least start to defrost just a tiny bit. And then I'm gonna use this piece of equipment. As I said, if you don't have one of these, don't stress. You could A, grab one, or B, use the method that I described before, put it in the fridge, add some pebble ice, and then give it a blend. It's gonna be a different texture, but you're gonna get a really nice flavor. So lock it in place, throw it in. So this machine differs to a standard blender. It doesn't have sharp blades, it's got quite thick blades, and essentially it spins from the top and then churns the frozen, in this case pina colada, from the top to the bottom. So let's give it a go. Takes a couple of minutes. It's ready. Unlock it, give it a twist. No, twist here, unlock. Take it out. Let's put this monstrosity away. Unlock. All right, the taste test. A Malibu pina colada. Oh, that does look pretty creamy. Malibu pina colada ice cream. You could get a nice quenelle. It's not quite a quenelle, but if you put that back in the freezer, let it solidify a little bit more, that'll go really well. But most importantly, the taste test. That is so good. So what I actually found with the first batch and this one, it kind of feels a little bit grainy. At first I put that down to the custard powder, but once you let it sit for a few minutes, that graininess kind of dissipates a little bit. So I think it's like more so little ice flakes. So the creaminess increases once it melts just that little bit. But the flavor, man, that is so good. Coconut and pineapple, but it's got this like nice zestiness from that, just that little touch of lime juice. I gotta stop eating it. I'm gonna get an ice cream headache. Let's make the next cocktail. So this next one is a clarified version of the pina colada, but don't let that intimidate you. Clarifying is a super easy process. It just takes a fair bit of patience. So I'm gonna measure out 6 ounces, 180 ml of Malibu Original. Got this giant measuring jigger thing, which makes it super handy. Now I find that clarifying things strips a lot of intensity and a lot of flavor from cocktails, from drinks. So therefore, you want to make sure you pack a lot of flavor into the drink in the first place. So I'll measure out 60 ml of Havana Club aged rum. Add that in. By the way, this is going to make about 550, 600 ml, which is about 5.5 to 6 serves. So I've got three star anise. Add that straight in. and roughly about 10 to 12 cloves. A couple more. Of course, if you don't have those particular spices, you can use different spices, whatever you want to add in. You can use grated nutmeg or something like that. Now, I'm going to move straight ahead in the process, but if you want more flavor from those spices, then you just let this steep. You let the liquor steep with the anise and the clove to extract more of that flavor, because otherwise once you add the other ingredients in, it's going to lower the ABV and it's not going to extract as much flavor. But I'm going to move straight ahead because I'm making a video. 2 ounces, 60 ml of falernum. So falernum is a liqueur that originates from the Caribbean, and it's got ginger, clove, and lime zest. Tons of flavor. Ginger works really nicely. You could also incorporate a little bit of allspice liqueur or something like that. That would work really nicely as well. Coconut water. Just want that coconut flavor. 4 ounces, 120 ml. Freshly pressed pineapple juice. 3 ounces, 90 ml. And last ingredient, fresh lime juice. 2 ounces, 60 ml. Now I want to add whole milk into another container, roughly about 1/5 of the original volume of the drink. So we have 100 ml, roughly about 3.5 ounces. And now what you want to do is you want to add the cocktail to the milk. Preferably not the other way around. It will still work, but not as well. You won't get as good clarification. This has the acidic component in it, so therefore you're going to add it. The acidity of the milk is slowly going to lower, making it more acidified, and eventually it's going to get to a certain pH, then the milk will curdle. Whereas if you add the milk, as soon as that milk hits, it curdles straight away. Oh, this jug is average. Some people say to incorporate the ingredients really slowly, but I find this works perfectly fine. Next step is to find a larger vessel, add a funnel or a tea strainer, fine strainer, as long as it's big enough. Use a coffee filter, add it in, and then transfer the drink through the filter. Now the drink is going to pour through relatively fast, and the first part that comes through is going to be a little bit cloudy. So you want to wait until it slows down. Once there's a bed of curds inside the coffee filter, then you can transfer this ingredient and filter it a second time. You don't have to filter the whole entire drink twice. I still get really good results just by doing like this. You just want to refilter that first component. As long as you remember that it's the milk curds that are doing the filtering and not the coffee filter. So just wait till it settles. And like I said, when you're incorporating the spices, it's best to let it sit and steep, and those spices, that flavor will incorporate into the drink more so than what I have done right now, because the spice is barely sitting in it, just for a couple of hours just while it filters. Or you can infuse your spirit with the spices. So now it's slowing down to a drip, so we can transfer the finished drink back in. And now the liquid that I'm collecting is a lot clearer. Fortunately, I made one yesterday, so I'll grab that from the fridge. I'll be right back. That there is the end result. Crystal clear looking drink. I mean, obviously it's got that yellow tinge to it, but the clarification worked really well on that. So the garnish for this one, I'm going to use a dehydrated piece of pineapple and serve it over a clear cube. I'm going to serve it in this kind of tapered looking glass, so therefore I'm going to shape the cube a little bit. Into a little bit of a diamond shape. Very rough diamond shape. There we go, sits down into the bottom of the glass. And I'll measure out about 100 ml per serve. You don't need a lot of dilution. The process of clarifying does soften the drink a lot. Even if it is quite boozy, they're relatively easy to drink, so you don't need to add too much dilution. Clarified drinks, you really want to serve over a clear cube to kind of emphasize the purity of the drink. As for the part that is being clarified right now, sit that aside in the fridge if you can fit it in the fridge, otherwise leave it aside for a few hours and then top it up. Otherwise you can get 2 filters going at the same time. But they have a clarified pina colada. This drink is awesome. Is it better than the ice cream though? Cheers. Oh, so silky, like it's got a really nice body to it. The texture is awesome. Those flavors really come through. Coconut and pineapple. It's the clarification through milk washing adds just silkiness to the drink. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. And of course, thank you to today's video sponsor, Malibu. See you soon for another cocktail. Cheers. It is really good though.